College Pro in a nutshell. So College Pro, about 42 years ago now, started with the idea that, so basically the whole idea, I'll backtrack one more time. I have a buddy, his name is Peter. He's a German man, I guess he's 24, so he's not, he's a man, I'll call him that, but he's from Germany. It's not a very German name. I suppose it would be better to be like a Hans or something like that, but it's not a very German name. But when he was here in Canada last time visiting this was like a few years back, he was just totally blown away that I was a young person running a company, and he didn't understand. He thought it must have been a scam, or I must have been doing something really silly. But it wasn't until I said, well, why don't you just hop in my truck, and we'll go see some of my staff, and you'll see that I run a company, right? And we would walk up on site, and I'll always remember the time when Peter, and he has the funny German accent, I won't do the accent, but I hop out, and I say, let's go meet some of my staff, and I introduce him to some of my staff, and he asked me, he said, is this your boss, right? He said, like, is this your boss? I said, like, and he thought, my worker thought it was a test. He's like, am I going to get fired right now? And I said, no, just, play along. He's like, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna get in trouble, right? I was like, no. He's like, yeah, this is my boss. Don't screw this up for me, right? He's like, trying to pay for tuition here. He's like, okay. So he hopped in the truck, and he's just blown away. He's like, in Germany, in Europe, and I just got married, and I was in Europe, and I didn't believe him, so I proved it when I was there asking young people, and it's true. This whole idea that you could be a young company, totally crazy, because no one would take you serious, right? Like, there's no legitimacy to it, right? So this whole idea, and I don't know if we can claim all of it in College Pro, but the idea that a young person can start a company, College Pro actually kind of started that in North America. This idea that a young person can be a legitimate person that you can entrust with thousands of dollars is very much a College Pro thing. And out of that, we've seen a lot of stuff born. So here's the plain and simple of it. College Pro takes a student where they're at. My situation years ago, I didn't have any money. I didn't know how to run a business. I didn't know the first thing about corporate organization, things like that. What I did know is I knew how to work hard. I knew I was honest, and I really wanted to be a person that added and built value to the world. And I kind of thought I had some leadership ability. We take those individuals if they get through the interview process, and we don't just take anyone. We recruit to what we call the 1% in the population, and so we'll take maybe 1,000 applications to try to find 10 or 12 people, and we take them into a program that assumes that they're a full-time student, etc., and we help them build a very simple business. You heard them talking about painting. We in College Pro, it's kind of funny, second most successful painting company in North America is not even a painting company. It's College Pro, right? The most successful being our sister company, CertaPro. And those are for like people like Dan said, I didn't want to be a painter, so I ran my own company. People love painting, they stay in College Pro, they go to CertaPro. But so those that come to College Pro are those that want to build companies, and we basically partner them with mentorship and with a set system and a process and a program that works around their university schedule, and we try to use these simple businesses as a template, as an environment in which we can say, this is where you learn how to deal with corporate taxes, this is where you learn to deal with staff and hiring and interviewing, this is where you learn to do all these things. So we don't have to worry about the complexities of, I fired someone, so now I need to file all this paperwork, and I need to pay out a pension, I have to do all this stuff, so it's just get rid of all that stuff. It's like, we would love to do College Pro oil and gas, but we need to take 3 years to teach you how to run an energy company and how to break in the market, and needless to say, you probably need I think going price is about $200 million to break into the oil company these days. If you run the numbers, about $3 million a whole, it's about $200 million. So I've run the numbers because I'd like to do that someday. But we just don't, I just didn't have any money. Actually, I had less than any money. I had negative money when I was my first year in university. And so College Pro says, forget about all the kind of the cool factor, we'll call it. What do you need to to run a business, to start a car dealership, to build PayPal. You know, one of our old College Pro alumni built PayPal. You know, you just need to know. You need to take a product to market. You need to know how to walk into any environment and be adaptable. You need to know how to meet with any type of person and sell your product. You need to know how to recruit, interview, and select staff. You need to know how to manage profit and loss. You need to know how to manage supply and inventory and stuff like that. You need to know how to keep taxes in mind and manage finances. You need to know how to deal with problem after problem after problem after problem after problem after problem after problem, right? And just keep pushing through. And so what we try to find is very simple, you know, environments where that can be taught in an environment that a person can be profitable and they can succeed. And that's what we do. We've been doing it for a long time, and I'm very proud to say that everyone who stood up here are just exceptionally talented people that are part of or have been part of the program. And if you'd like to get more information on College Pro, or you'd like to sit down, how our process works is we don't interview anyone until they've determined that it's something they want to do. And that starts by generally over a cup of coffee. And if you want, we've got DVDs and stuff like that. You can chat with the people that talk, even if it's just to make a connection. So if you go on and do something, just to have that person in your phone is a pretty good phone number to have. But that's about it.